Okay, I'm not going to I need to express what the heck is happening with being shown the message with these sacred numbers and the evolution of the divine feminine and the masculine and the numerology that is connecting to it. So far it's going to kind of sound all over the place because I'm still in the midst of it, but I want to try to talk this out loud instead of just having this in my head. But if we look at the word feminine, it equals to 8. And the ending of feminine says the number 9. Okay. Then if we look at masculine, it equals up to 9. And the last 4 ending of it is the word line, which interprets to the number 1. Number 1 talks about leadership. I like this breakdown, and it says that the numerology meaning of this number is unity, beginnings, God, masculine, creative, symbol of physical and mental activity. It's a number that expresses leadership, spotlight type of individuality. There's a tendency to being organized and ambitious. Ones go to the top in everything that piques their interest, reflecting a natural leader. They are forerunners and original thinkers. Leadership or a position of power is where they're happiest. Isn't that such the typical masculine, right? But we are expanding our consciousness into a evolution of righteousness where we are putting the light on top. And so we're no longer interested in the abuse of leadership and in the abuse of power, but leaders and masculine leaders that have clarity and in alignment with the light of harmony and how things need to flow in this evolution. Okay, so that was I digress. Okay. The ambition to succeed can overshadow good judgment. That's what I'm talking about. In short, that's what I mean. Okay. The biggest lesson for ones is to dim that spotlight. Sit back sometimes to recognize and appreciate the light in others. This gives him, that's what I'm speaking of, the clarity in leading, because he doesn't have to take the spotlight because he is. And in that he sits so gentle but yet divine. Oh my goodness. Masculine energy is so beautiful. Okay, so then let's talk about the 8, which is the feminine energy. Remember, the last 4 of the letters are 9. Okay, keep that in mind. But her completion of her is in 8, which when we look at 8 is infinity, right? It's the ongoing. It's the coming into and out of itself. It's new. It's what you call it, creation. Okay, So I'm gonna read this one because I like this one as well. It's a feminine number. Okay, that's a whole nother, that can be a whole nother section of the numbers that have a feminine and masculine tone to it. So kind of incorporate that as I'm speaking on this. So feminine, this is the, and why feminine equals up to 8. Okay. This is the number of material matters and practicality, but 8s must learn how money can be used for the greater good. Through numerology meanings, this is their challenge. They are a symbol of infinity, which leads to the next life. The 8-fold path, always from materialism and Buddhism. Okay. 8s like to accumulate wealth. Okay, let's look at this past material. Although it's speaking in that, let's look at that past also material, because wealth is in all forms, right? So as this 8 takes on this 1, right, as creation and co-creation, she expands upon what she is co-creating with. Does that? Okay, let's keep going. Let's see. This number is worldly and hardworking, but often lacks patience and pliability. Oh my gosh. That's a whole nother section as well. Point 2 on how the feminine journey is embodied and indulged with the amount of lessons that we come across in patience. Because we are used to creating and seeing the creation unfold, which a lot of times manifestation comes easy to the feminine energy because it is its nature, okay, to create and create like that. Okay, so when there is problems or issues within the creation, it challenges the patience that we should embrace to learn and get to see the root. That's the self-love, right? And in simple terms, that's the self-love. That way we can recognize what needs nurturing, what needs to align and harmonize with what we're creating. Okay, so 8s are tough. Being persistent till they accomplish a task. They make excellent business people because they like order and making money. Okay, so do we see this on a large scale of how the feminine energy expands on what it is given? And so you see this in many forms. Give a woman a house, she'll make a home. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. Give her chaos, she will. Okay, do we see it? Give her peace, she's going to multiply on that. But it also starts within her, so she can see it without. See, she can see it around. That's her creation. Oh, this is dope. This is dope. Okay. Ooh, but they can be ruthless in pursuit of their goals. That makes sense. Like, and we can definitely expand on that. But let's keep going. On the other hand, they are very family oriented, protecting their loved one. And don't that sound like a feminine energy? Mama bear, right? She go hard for, but thank, hey. Okay. Learning that love, passion, and material commitment are just as much a part of success as material gain is another of their numerology meaning challenges. Interesting. I kind of read that in fluctuation, but that's okay. I think y'all get it. So, do we get that? Feminine energy 8, which is the infinity. Okay. So also what I seen was with masculine ending in the last 4, the last letters of masculine is line, which we have that number 1, right? Which deals with how I'm seeing it is co-creation, because if we look at the number 9, okay, 9 is a ending. That's why, okay, so 9 is an ending of cycles and the openness to start new. That's why you have that 1, right? And then the 9 in feminine is the closing out of cycles of what doesn't serve her, and the starting of new. Okay, so she's looking for the evolution, that co-creation of what she's trying to create. So it makes me go back to one of the art of one of the tarots I have. Let me actually, because it is significant in this. If I find I'll give information on this artist, but do you see this? What's happening? This is one of the highest depiction of what divine feminine and divine masculine union looks like. Okay. Infinity, because she is and this is also that was kind of shown to me. She is the co-creation. Let's just say, because, okay, let me slow down my thoughts, okay? I get excited, and then, okay. The masculine is the co-creator of the feminine. And I'm like, well then, who is her creator? It's spirit. It's the divine. Okay. Does that say that let's not play with the thoughts of, we're past that. Okay. We're talking about divinity. Okay. The higher she goes, the higher he goes. The higher he goes, the higher she goes. Okay. But let's look at order, because it's within us. The higher he goes, the higher she gets. Okay. We're talking about harmony. All right. We're not in separation. There's no who's better. Okay. You have played the part in many ways, and that's what you're doing now. And so as spirit, I am giving an expression for us to understand what harmony and divinity looks like. Okay. So this is why the encouragement for self-love has been pushed. I kind of said that wrong. This is why we're seeing a lot of encouragement, yes, from spirit for the feminine to go within and embrace this self-love journey. And so what the attack on that is, I can do it by myself. And it's like, we're missing the point. Okay. So do we see how the attack on the divine feminine, what it can look like? Okay. That's a whole nother thing. Okay. Self-love. The more she goes within and seek her divinity within, do you see it? Do you see creation? Oh my gosh. Okay, let me go back because I'm kind of falling in love. Okay, so we got this right. This is beautiful. We see what, and then that's funny. Look what's after that. Don't get caught up. That's the devil, but he ain't trying to. I'm going. Let's stop. Okay. Now, there is sacred. Although these are all sacred numbers, there is a secret, almost a secret of sacred numbers within all of this, and I want you guys to play with the numbers and see what messages you get, right? Before I'll do another number on the numbers that I'm speaking of within the 8 and 9. But I just wanted to share a way I receive insight and the way that Spirit speaks with us if we take the time to listen. And let's raise the bar on honoring the divine feminine, so she is encouraged to move like she's doing, because she has experienced, the divine feminine has experienced, although she receives the answers, there's still the human aspect of her within this matrix, and she desires to be in balance with that and to also experience that. She's not trying, and that's where co-creation comes in, right? So she's not trying to dismiss what comes along with her creating and what she experiences. But even that is within her journey for her to gain. So I feel like we should see more of honoring for the divine feminine. And that looks like honoring self, right? That looks like in all ways, in many ways, honoring self first. And as you recognize the divine feminine, however you feel called, be free to encourage that energy, because it's working with the divine masculine. So, we've been on this journey for a minute. Infinity. Okay? Coming in and out of ourselves, like infinity. Listen, I see you. I am proud of you. Thank you for being you authentically. You are doing your thing. I feel the presence of God. I am amazed by you, right? How do you think it would be if strangers like just took a moment and said that and went on about their way? Listen, don't you? Oh, I'm just soaking in love right now, and I know that the feminine energy, the divine feminine, is so ready to express this within her creation, as well as being the example for others to create, right, within their own reality. Yes. So this is part one. Wow, this has only been 21 minutes. This is part one of the numerology breakdown of the feminine and masculine energy. Yes, we'll go more in depth, but this felt good to speak out loud, because I just yeah, I don't. So I am learning more to be that expression of the divine feminine. Because you know what? The divine feminine can come off very, oh, she got it, like, it's fine. Like, it has it. It is whatever she got going on, or whoever is embracing this feminine, it's spirit got it. And it's like, okay, yes, but and no, okay. That's a whole nother tangent, I think. So I'm gonna leave that one alone. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this, because I did, speaking about it. Until next time.